Welcome to Shanghai in China. I'm Jonathan Green, bringing you the latest action from the Porsche Cup Asia, where with 4 rounds to go, every point is critical. Here, look at the standings in Class B after 8 rounds. Mok Wen Sun, the Malaysian, racing for Singapore, 163, ahead of Ringo Chong of Singapore, 108. Francis Chia, the Dutchman, from Hong Kong, 102. And Wayne Chen, despite that stall, the Canadian, with 98 points. Now, 5th in Class B, and still with a chance of finishing 3rd overall, is rookie Class B driver from France, Jean-Marc Merlin.
Well, I had a slow start because I had to get used to a lot of things. My first car in this kind of car, my first time. Then modern cars, I don't have a lot of experience. I race mostly vintage, so the attitude is a bit different. You can really push and take these cars to the limit. And also the sprint racing is quite new to me because I do mostly endurance. So in the first time here, earlier this year, I was a bit shaken by the fighting in the grid, but now I got used to it, so I'm improving, I guess.
Yes, well, spun right round, and Jean-Marc Merlin and John Shen, causing the accident.
I think the level of competition is fantastic. The pro drivers are really impressive. We're learning a lot from watching them do their stuff. And the Class B drivers are all very good and very safe, so it's been very fun so far. It's very professional. Once again, it's my first time at such a level of professionalism. The media, the setting, everything is very well done. I'm very happy with my decision to join. Ready is good.
Watch out for Darrell Young on the left-hand side, trying to steal a march as we start under safety. Now what that means is the safety car, as you can see, leading them off with Christian Menzel at the front. But when that safety car pulls off, that's when Darrell Young has a chance to go up the inside perhaps and steal a position from Christian Menzel, though Menzel is pretty good in the wet. He made a bad choice perhaps at Singapore, but he knows that and he won't be doing it again. But really no choice today. It's going to be a case of trying to stay away from aquaplaning as we go on board with Rodolfo Avila. And remember, we're not up to speed yet, so that's the visibility for the young Macau driver. It is really, really tough out there. When you've got so much brake horsepower underneath you or at your feet, then it's too easy to put your foot down and spin right off. I can expect that some of these drivers may fall foul to that when the speed starts getting up. But the cautious ones, the ones that understand the grip, and Menzel is one of those. Marchie Lee getting back onto the main straight here at Shanghai, the famous circuit, beautiful circuit on the main straight. That rather amazing grandstand, hard to be seen at the moment. And away they go, onto another lap. The lights on and the visibility not getting any better. And I don't think conditions are going to get any better as the race goes on either. But it is Christian Menzel who's pulled away well for Star Chase. The German, the champion, leads the way from the former champion, Darrell Young, as we go back on board with Francis Chen. He is a faller at the first, so to speak. First man to spin round in these wet conditions. Menzel is pushing hard in the early stages and he knows he can make and break this race early on. If he takes a few risks and pulls away, he does not want to get into a battle with Darrell Young. And he's got a good distance already in the early stages, but look at these conditions. They are so close to literally aquaplaning straight off the circuit as we go back on board with Rodolfo. Can't even see the car in front of him. Now he can, oh just, there it is, popping into view. cautious times as Menzel, Ouyang and Rodolfo Avia are the top three. Marchi Lee is fourth. Craig Baird dropped down to fifth at the start. Mok Wen-sung is sixth. Then it's Shen, Wayne Shen, who we heard from earlier. Chia is eighth. And then Jean-Marc Merlin, the Frenchman, in ninth position. Close quarters there as they came out of the last corner. Qualifying was in similar conditions. That's where he went wide last time. Lewis Hamilton knows all about that. Marchi Lee is a little bit tidier about it. No chance to see his board there. There's no point in putting the boards out. It won't matter. Just drive hard as you can and stay ahead of Craig Baird, as that's the idea. Look at him fighting the car, oversteer. Big time there for Marchi. And I think that's caused by the water on the track rather than grip level per se. I think actually the cars are actually aquaplaning. Either way, these are the toughest conditions for these very powerful sports cars to drive in. Meanwhile, battle for 11th and 12th, Chia and Ku. Then Lau 13th place, Wayne Shen 14th. We spoke to him at the beginning of the programme. So Wayne not having the best of days in these conditions, and he'll be losing points to his rivals in Class B. And there's a big battle on in Class B. And it involves Jeffrey Lee, Wayne Shen, who's probably been one of the most consistent drivers in Class B, Francis Thier, we've heard from, and Jean-Marc Merlin, who really has got to grips, the endurance driver of late with the Carrera Cup Asia, and has come good at the end of the season. Francis Thier and Ku, 11th and 12th. Then Wayne Shen's move up to 13th place now. Out goes the board for Menzel. And he's now starting to catch up on back markers, and this is where he's got to be careful because they may not see him. But not too many worries, because this is the final lap and this is a massive, massive race for the German. He was so disappointed after Singapore. Rather embarrassing, really. He knows he made a mistake, and it's not like him. The German is so prepared for every race, and he just chose to take a gamble there, and he lost out and lost the championship lead for the first time. But if he finishes this lap without any drama, he's got to be careful, he will regain the championship lead. Tiptoeing his way. It's been an immaculate performance. He hasn't put a foot wrong. It's easy to make mistakes, even if you have a comfortable lead in these conditions. Meanwhile, Wayne Shen's looking for another place. So round 9 comes to an end, and it's going to be Christian Menzel coming out of the fog and haze to take victory, an important victory. Once again, his closest rival, Darrell Ouyang, here in Shanghai, takes second place. Rodolfo Avia holds on to third despite the pressure from Marchi Lee. Craig Baird in 5th place, so Marchi Lee did get ahead of Baird. Again, Mok Wen-sung taking 6th place, and Jean-Marc Merlin, another good result for the Frenchman, in 7th place. And back on the podium, it's Class B, and Mok Wen-sung's win means that he is the new Class B champion. He's won everything this season. It's been an immaculate performance, and he well deserves it. So Mok Wen-sung, winner again, and the new champion for 2010 of Class B.
Feels good. Wrap up the championship with 3 races to go, and if that's indeed the case, definitely tomorrow I'll try to as much as possible to keep up with the guys in front. But I must say that the Class B championship this year has been fantastic. If you look at the size of the field, you've got a lot of very, very good drivers participating in the series, and every round is getting more and more competitive. So I think it's a great thing.
In 2nd place in Class B, another good run for the Frenchman Jean-Marc Merlin.
It's very difficult for people to overtake Chris was catching up with me at one point, but then as soon as you get closer than 100 meters, you get the spray, and it's very, very difficult to get closer in order to overtake. So definitely having the position advantage at the start tomorrow is going to be a huge advantage. People have to catch up with you, and that's tough. So holding up to the same result next year, next race, of course, it's a question of not making any mistake.
Here we go then, the grid formed for round 10. And it's a huge field heading towards that first corner. Watch out for Daryl Young trying to challenge Christian Menzel right from the get-go. Menzel leading the championship again. Away we go. Menzel comes across to defend his position. But Daryl Young has got away well and has got the inside line. He's come alongside Menzel. It's going to be touch and go. Menzel holds on and goes round the outside and gives Daryl enough room, but he's just about got him. Rodolfo Avila going round the outside, and Craig Baird starts well. He's up to third place, is the New Zealander. Marchie Lee going round the outside of turn 2, side by side with Rodolfo. Mock Wen Sun is there too, in 5th or 6th place at the moment. Clean start from everybody, but the conditions still not very easy. But most choosing the wet weather tyres, following in line with Christian Menzel as we go on board with Rodolfo Avila, who's even lost a place, it looks like, to Marchie Lee and Craig Baird. But it's close and it's tight between these three here, fighting for third place. And Rodolfo Avila looks for a moment there, but look at him fighting the car. The conditions still not perfect by any means. Getting grip, yes, but not enough, as the temperature probably not in the tyres yet, because everybody changed at the last minute. But it is Menzel, Young, Baird, Lee, Avila, who were on board with now in 5th place, just ahead of Mock Wen Sun. Ringo Chong, fellow Singaporean, is in 7th place. But then Merlin, who was on the podium in Class B last time out, in 8th position. A good start again by the Frenchman. Great shots of watching Rodolfo Avila really work this Porsche. Jean-Marc Merlin under pressure now from Shen, and Wayne Shen's definitely got some draft on him now. Great pictures to show Wayne Shen coming alongside the Frenchman. And Shen just at the right time. 2 races to go after this. He's desperate for points. We heard earlier in the programme he wants to beat Francis Thier, and he's got past. But for how long? Merlin has learned, as he said in his interview, to fight. The endurance racer not used to such close racing, but looks as like he's getting the hang of it right now, and he's finding out quickly. It's tough out there as they come down the main straight, banging together almost, these beautiful sports cars, these very expensive sports cars. But it's no holds barred as they fight for position, and that almost lost there. Wayne Shen going a little late on the brakes to try and hold off Merlin, and did so. Very risky indeed, but he held it all together. And you can see how much of an edge they're on. Rear end swinging around. Under power. Second flag though goes to Christian Menzel yet again. That's another win for him. Final race as he heads back to touring cars for the Macau Grand Prix. And congratulations to Mock Wen Sun, champion of Class B and winner again. What a season. It's been immaculate. And he's still in the fight for the overall title as well. Let's head down and hear from him.
Oh, it was a perfect weekend. Happy with it. 2 wins, and I think I managed to seal up the Class B championship.
And having an excellent weekend. 2 second places now for Jean-Marc Merlin.
I've been enjoying it so far very much. The first, I enjoyed the track. I like the fact that it's a very safe track and that you can push the limits. If F1s race here, that means that we can make mistakes from time to time. And so I enjoyed it a lot. It was great hospitality everywhere.
To all of Class B, but Mock Wen Sun is in a class of his own on 204. Ringo Chong steps into 2nd place ahead of Jean-Marc Merlin. And there's points still up for grabs. Look how close it is between Merlin, Francis Thier and Wayne Shen. That battle is going to go all the way to the end of the season. Talking of which, 2 more races to go. We stay in China and head to the Zhuhai circuit in southern China for the final 2 rounds. A great track. There'll be a great atmosphere and some positions still up for grabs and a champion still to be declared. It's all up for grabs as we head to rounds 11 and 12 at too high. Until then, me, Jonathan Green, bye for now.